Shit. Apparently I'm live. Before I'm ready. Hi, y'all. Okay, here we go. Wasn't even ready for that, and they put me straight up here. Okay. Hopefully this is good. Hi, you guys. I'm cracking up. I wasn't even ready to go live, and it just snapped on like that. I know, right? Hi, Veronica. How are you? Of course, I'm starting a live, so I have to literally fix that light. I was going over here. Okay, hold on. I was going over here. Oh my gosh. Stupid. As is car, it just started going off. All right. Hi, you guys. Oh my God. Hi, you all. How is everybody? Okay, here I am. Wipe the lens. Which lens? I just wiped it. Is that what you mean? Is it still sticky, y'all? Wait. I have my spray stuff. It's the front lens, right? Yeah. Okay, hold on. Look, you guys. Bizarre. This is the kind of weirdo I am. This is the show that I am professionally not. Okay, right there. There you go. Clovis, I saw that. There. Okay. Can you see me? Can anybody see me? Oh, Leslie. Shit. Is that Leslie from here? Leslie, comedian Leslie. Hi, Leslie, if that's you. Funny comedian Leslie. I just heard that Matthew Perry died. I just hope that's the right. I wiped it down. Yeah, I know. Well, Matthew Perry, I think, had a drug problem, if I'm correct. I might be wrong. I think there was, yeah. I think there was that. Yeah, I'm not really a fan. I'm not a, sorry. I didn't watch Friends till after. Like, really, he was sober. Yeah, but you know, and I know, where's that? I just missed that. It doesn't matter. You get a thing called drug toxicity. And exactly how did he drown? Why is it drowning? Why is it, get Tallulah. Why is it drowning? Is it still blurry? Yeah, I don't know. I can see. Okay, good, you can. Yeah, he just died drowned. Well, if he had a heart attack, then he would have drowned. Meaning if you have a heart attack while you're swimming. But I'm curious to see, did he die in the bathtub like Whitney? Oh, the jacuzzi. Oh, of course he drowned in his jacuzzi as they grabbed him from behind and sunk his head under with a bag over it and then called hot 911. I know what it is. Yes, I know exactly what it is. But they were Satanists on that set. So, I mean, hey, to each his own. Do what you got to do, but don't think they're not going to come and collect. Yeah, I know what the drowning is. It's the same with Obama's guy, whatever, that guy. Jacuzzi. Oh, after playing pickleball. Yeah, well, he's 54. I mean, oh, thanks. Yeah, I literally, what did I do? I think I'm doing pink tonight. Died on the full moon. Eclipse. Gobble, gobble, me. Oh, Pat, you know my pronouns are fuck you and fuck off. Sorry, I had to. Yes, I do. I know who drowns in their jacuzzi, except for Whitney, who drowned in her bathtub, and her daughter, who drowned in her bathtub. Those are murders. I mean, I'm sorry that everybody, thinks whatever, but he had such a drug habit. Yeah, I tried some different eyeshadow tonight. I tried to get it right and to match it, but sometimes it's not going to happen. I know Pat knows I know Aaron Carter. Yes, and reverse satanic baptism. But here's the thing. One of my former acquaintances does a really, no, this is Opal, does a really interesting show. He is a Satanist and he defends the satanic thing. Former person, I really liked him actually rather well, but he continues to talk against God and keeps saying, what kind of God would allow the fear of, burning in hell if you get it wrong and this, that, and the other. It's not God who does that, okay? It's not God. It's the other one that says shit like that. Anyway, isn't it interesting how TMZ is always there? TMZ is like right up everybody's ass. Are yours, Jill, the same? Fuck you and fuck off. Yeah, well, Bella, he probably did. You know what I just heard? Hi, Bobby. Oh my gosh, Bobby. I got something to show. Well, I got something to show. You guys are going to crack up laughing. Hold on. I just got these. TMZ, they're always like right there. It's like they've got binoculars. Hello, they're the Reaper, the Grim Reaper. They show up when you die. Okay, look, Bobby. Bobby knows what I'm talking about. Look, y'all. My stripper boots came in. I had to get camo stripper boots. How do you like them? This is so I don't ding, look, y'all. This is so I don't ding my, thanks, Bobby, my, toenail polish off when I have to go across that damn pole. This is torture. Look at this shit. Anyway, I have to get camo. You know how I love the camo, everything. Start dating. No. Put a pole in the living room and start dating. No, aren't they great? They were on sale and they're camo. Aren't they cute? I mean, they're hugely ridiculous, like for someone my age to be in. I know Bobby would love these. You should see Bobby. She would wear these boots, but not the camo. She would wear like a Victorian version of these boots, probably with a velvet feel to them because Bobby's very tactile. I know DMZ should run their own funeral home. Exactly. This is for pole climbing next week. My teacher's going to be so happy. She's going to be so happy. Yeah. Am I in my right age? No, I'm almost 60 wearing those fucking boots. But, you know, I'm pole dancing. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not wearing them out in public. I can't, you know, me, I wear little flat shoes around, throw my heels on. Yeah, you love the granny boots. I throw my heels on when I get anywhere. Can you? Yes, I've got to do that reading. Matthew, I know, drowned in the hot tub. Because that's where we all fucking drown when we're sober, especially. Mm-hmm. Like it's hard to get a helmet. I know I need a helmet, Veronica. Exactly. I need a fucking helmet. They're stripper boots for pole dancing because actually when you're learning pole dancing, when you come down off the pole, no one cares. This was not a thing. The girls in the clubs back in the day didn't do, well, one girl, Jody, one of my friends did, but the rest of us, no. But the poles, when you're doing the pole dancing, you actually like jump up and you put your feet around the pole and you snap your boots. I keep rubbing. No, I'm drinking tea, Lipton tea. Canadians drink tea too. But like you have to hit the toe box and I've been ripping. Yeah, I won't break my ankle. I'm in the studio dancing. I'm not wearing them out in public. Who the fuck wears those out in publics? Just for the pole. But I chip my gel polish off my toes. So when I wear the shoes and I do the, I might get you pregnant if I still ovulated. Okay, crazy Lou. Lou has gone over there. I bought those boots at pleasers.com. Pleasers. So you can go to Pleasers or just Google stripper boots or pole clothes or pole dancing or whatever. Yeah, I'm looking up Matthew Perry right now, his natal chart. He's going to have something in Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, or Aquarius to be taken out by the eclipse. Anna Nicole, too, was taken out on eclipse. I know, the pole to hold, right. Exact. Pleasers, thank you. Thank you, Monique. Monique knows better than I because my first boots I just got at the studio, my shoes. Disney owns TMZ. Yeah, I'm sure they do. Meow. And a pretty little Anna Nicole, also a stripper. Anyway, little stripper Anna Nicole, she died on an eclipse too. I think it was like March 8th. I remember it because I lived it before it happened. But as soon as the eclipse hit, and I can tell you I was I know, a hot tub death. It just reminded me I was driving through the intersection in Sunland. There's 4 corners right there. I'm trying to think what's there. Anyway, there was a Carl's Jr. across, and I was headed to the freeway, and I was on the phone at the moment that Anna died, right? Like, well, that Sandy told me, and literally I was coming back, and on my way back, so I was driving there talking to her, hung up, came back, right? August 19th, Leo. Yeah, of course, he's going to be taken out by it. Anyway, literally a guy driving in a car. There was a truck blocking it, so I didn't see him. I had the right of way, the green light. 4 of us did. This guy T-boned me and I flipped over 2 lanes of traffic. Yeah, he's, okay, let's see. He's Canadian too. See, Canadians got a problem. Anna Nicole and her death. I lived that. Where does the time go? 30 years. I have no idea. He's a Scorpio moon, so he's being hit twice, 2 fixed signs. Saturn is in Taurus. So we have this eclipse in Taurus. So the karma came back to get him. Understand, he didn't reach that level of fame. And you've heard all about it on the sets that they used to practice the Satanism. Allegedly, just saying. But, you know, yes, Anna was famous. She was actually really nice. The MK Ultra, while she was pregnant, where she was wearing the clown face and being a little girl, you know, and then they took out. But see, here's the thing. Okay, I'm going to stop and back up with this. Yeah, so Matthew Perry is a double Leo, so that's good. Like me, and I'm from Canada. There you go. MK Ultra. We're watching Britney MK Ultra. Taryn Manning, Orange is the New Black. Totally. She's going to be next, by the way. And Britney's going to be next. They're going to shut Britney down like shit. When she starts getting her own mind back, North Node in the 8th. Yeah, I'm just looking up his chart here. I didn't really look because I wasn't a fan. Not a huge fan. North Node in Pisces, Chiron, and Saturn just is in Pisces right now, getting ready to go direct, I believe. Now I'm confused. I think... Don't you even think about it. Don't you even think about it. I'm writing. She's got my paperwork here. Okay, don't even think about it, Lou. What the heck was I saying? I was saying something. Anyway, Matthew Perry, he got slammed. So we got double Leo. We got Moon in Scorpio, which is also being hit. We got Neptune in Scorpio. Mars is in Sag. Libra, Mercury and Pluto. Mercury conjunct Pluto in the 2nd house in opposition to the North Node. Now, the Mercury conjunct Pluto would be the compulsion to do drugs. I mean, whatever. She's in my paper. I just typed the first 2 chapters of the astrology book, and I'm going to be doing classes. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm doing all of that. Yes, I've got to sit down and do the reading. It's really hard for me to sit down and function for some reason because I'm mental. Yeah, of course he sold his soul. They signed the deal. But here's the interesting thing. I was just thinking of this because I was listening to Britney Spears, okay? I know they're Satanists, which is their fucking choice, their choice. You know, I've just finished chapter number 2. It's a really how-to book. Like really, really, knock it off, Lou. It's a how-to book, okay? It's like a how-to read a chart from the beginning. So like what's your ascendant and where's the ruler of your ascendant placed? If it's placed in the 11th house, what does it mean? If it's placed in the 5th house, what's it mean? What's it mean in the 6th house, 7th house, etc.? So yeah, I wasn't a fan of Matthew Perry. I wasn't not a fan. I just... You know, when he started losing his teeth and doing the drug thing back there, whatever, when he was like looking like shit, I was like, I'm out of here. But I wasn't a fan. If you're that disrespectful to yourself, I can't be a fan of yours because you don't like yourself. So therefore, I'm not going to pay attention to you. Especially when I feel like your energy is a little bit off. I mean, I can, like, do y'all remember Jan Michael Vincent? Do you remember him, Airwolf? Look what he did to himself. Just fucking destroyed himself. And he destroyed himself because he agreed to do something that went against himself in order to get fame. And once so handsome, Jan Michael Vincent, wasn't he so handsome? Till he fucking destroyed himself. I knew somebody who was around him at the time that he died. Of course, he had a heart attack while he was in the jacuzzi. And Obama's cook couldn't swim and then therefore he drowned too. Because we all be drowning. Whitney drowned. Christina drowned. Oh, I know. Jan Michael Vincent, big alcoholic, but why are you a drug addict? Why are you an alcoholic? Because you have trauma. So, hi, I am a fan of Anthony, especially because he's sending you butter tarts. If you're Canadian, you know what butter tarts are. If you're British, you know what butter tarts are. If you're not, well, Randy Quaid's interesting because Randy Quaid and his wife Evie and Aaron Carter drowned. Evie, and see, here's the thing. Once you're an addict, they can use that shit against you. I am a firm fucking... No, not every death is a conspiracy, but he was a Satanist and they're going to come collect on the contract. You can say whatever you want. Who the fuck drowns in a jacuzzi while they're sober? Who drowns in a jacuzzi? Do you? Do you take a bath and you drown? Why? Why did you drown in your bathtub? Answer me that. Let's not be stupid here. Most people are not dying like that. Whitney didn't drown in the bathtub. She drowned after her head was held under there. She didn't drown the way they say, okay? I'm sorry. If you are drunk and high and jump in a pool and hit your head on the side of the pool, absolutely you're going to drown because you're going to sink. Someone's going to pull you out though, because I'm presuming you're not by yourself. Who was there that saw him had a heart attack and just let him drown in the jacuzzi? Because someone called hello 911, right? Yeah, well, he could have gone into cardiac arrest, and that's what they say. When you're dying, you're in cardiac arrest. They said that about Keith too, cardiac arrest. But the fact was he hit the mailbox after being run off the road. So, of course, he had a fucking heart attack. It's either your breath or your heart that dies. Yeah, Jan Michael Vincent, do you remember him? So spectacular. But, yeah, they send people to do, once you do it, and this is what I was thinking. And the reason I'm bringing this up, random, but the reason I'm bringing this up is I was listening to Britney's book, okay? Like Britney's book, right? TMZ called it because they're like the Grim Reaper. They're like, I'm going to predict it because I have inside information. Anyway, these, by the way, are the same fucking people that couldn't find Osama bin Laden, the 7-foot tall, toweled, robed man running through the Middle East, 7 feet tall, mind you. Took them 10 years to find him. Yeah, and then they all sat there like little pretend people with video games watching him killed or die or whatever. I mean, come on now. Let's see, and send his assistant out to run an errand, and when they got back, they found... Yeah, that's what they're saying, Moonchild. I don't believe one word. He's a Satanist, so it's fine. Be what you want, allegedly. Be whatever you want. Pray to whomever you want. Sign whatever contract. Now, getting back to Britney Spears. Britney Spears is born into a family. So Britney Spears... I wear a lot of MAC lipstick. Am I crazy? Yeah, you wish I was fucking crazy. Yeah, you wish I was crazy. If you're as crazy as me sober, good luck to you. Because I am fucking crazy. Everything I said 35 years ago come to be right now. The shit I said 36 years in my marriage. The shit I said at age 20, 21 to my husband. Dead on fucking accurate. Right now. Right now. Fucking knew it, okay? So don't call people crazy. Don't call them crazy unless you want to fucking put a mirror up and fucking judge right beside. Otherwise, shut up. Because people always say, I'm not crazy. I know that. I'm not on any drugs, none of that shit. You get crazy when you believe what the media says. No, I'm not crazy. I'd be a bitch. I can be a lot of things, but I'm not crazy. Okay. Yeah, let me answer that. Give me time to think about that in my head. Okay, so hold on. When I'm reading about Britney Spears, I was actually listening to the excerpts from her book, right? When she's talking about it, they are fucking clearly, she's born into an Illuminati family. And I'm thinking to myself, why can't she get away? And then I heard it. Okay, so I'm listening to it. It's pissing me off. Her whole family are a bunch of fucking thugs who can't earn their own living. They got to creep off her ass. Okay, they got to creep off her ass. So of course I got to bring up fucking John in this. So John and I are having lunch, and I love cussing. I'm going to cuss all day long, Pat. I'm going to cuss because that's who I am. If you don't like cussing, you, he, thee, them, she can take your fucking shit. Hi, little sunshine. I got little sunshine's picture on my phone. Anyway, you, he, she, all of you fucking pronouns can leave. I'm talking about Pat and all her pronouns. Can leave, Pat from Saturday Night Live. And I'll swear if I want. Don't care what you say. Not here to live by your rules or anybody's, or any of your expectations. But here's the thing. When I'm listening to Britney Spears, I'm like, why can't she just fucking go and tell him to fuck off, right? This is what I'm saying. And John is like, if her parents didn't push her, listen to how he takes this. If her Pat from Saturday Night Live, right? I am Pat. Okay, so if John's like, well, if her parents didn't push her in Disney and they didn't push her in the direction of singing and whatever, because John is like, she's not that great a singer. It's true, she's not Adele, okay? But whatever, she is very, very cute. And she's got a rockin' little body and she's darling, okay? From little girl, she really tried hard. And I say all of y'all go out there and do that. Problem that John's not seeing is she was forced in that role and her mind was fractured as a young kid so she could do Disney, and she was already set up and born into it, okay? Born into it. So I said to her, in my head, not to her, I said, why doesn't she leave? Because she talked about getting her, at home. Come on, so sad. So sad. So sad. So sad. I didn't even get to that part. But so I'm like, why when she shaved her head? Because I totally get that. I totally get shaving your head to go, fuck you. I cut my hair off because people wanted it long and told me not to. So I totally get it. You're not going to fucking look at me the way I don't want to be looked at. I'm going to control what I look like, whether it hits your beauty standards or not. Anyway, and it's not Disney. They're Illuminati children. They're child trafficked children. Hi, Janet. They're child trafficked children. Anyway, I'm saying to myself, why didn't she, since she cut all her hair off, just fucking walk down the street and keep going? And she looked cute with her hair shaved, by the way. She could have put on some gnarly makeup, little pretend tattoos across here, and she could have been a punk rocker out of England from a different time frame, like in the late 50s through to the 70s when they were doing that. So cute. Sid Vicious time. Anyway, not the point. The point is, yes, she did. And I know that too. Yeah, the drug testing. But here's what I'm thinking to myself. Why didn't she just walk the fuck away, right? You're right about the drug testing, Bobby. Why didn't she just walk away? Because she signed the contract. Contract was signed for her, and it's signed. Now, any contract I've ever signed, and I have signed one in my younger years into perpetuity, but I never did the show and told them to fuck off. So you can sign something. Didn't understand the wording. I was like 20. No one didn't go anywhere. La, 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 la. Anyway, John stopped me a lot of times from doing that because I was like, who cares about a fucking contract? No one gives a shit. Because I don't take contracts seriously. You can make me sign and I can choose not to do it. That is actually what I think of a contract. A marriage, everything. I don't care what the contract is. I'm human and I get to fucking do what I want. You can't trust my word on a contract. You can trust my word as a person, but just because you give me a contract, if I don't like what's going on, I'm going to walk, right? Hi, Elisa. I'm going to walk. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk. Yeah, I'm serious. Fuck your contracts. You don't own me. And they don't own her. So there's a mindset. That's why they fracture the mind, because she doesn't have the wherewithal to step into what she needs to step into, to step away from that. So I kind of feel like she's going to be next. If you're a mother, you get it. Yeah, exactly. Well, she was used by her family. I mean, they're using her. Do you know her dad paid himself more than he paid her? Do you know that? Bitch, it's her work. You fucking parasite. Her dad's a parasite. Her sister's a parasite. Her mother's a parasite. Yeah, I'm saying that out loud. Yeah, I do think Britney's next. I'm saying that. I feel like yes. Yeah, I know her. I know. And people go, she's crazy. No, she's a mind-controlled MK Ultra, monarch, mind control, breakdown, fractured mindset. Okay. So that's what all contracts are evil. You don't get to keep me here. I don't care. I always sign contracts. I cross my fingers. I write on the back, fuck you. You can have a lawyer there. You can threaten me with jail. I don't fucking care. If I want to walk out on a lease, I'll walk out on it. If I want to walk out, I know I saw that, Bobby. That's a fucking shout out to off her, don't you think? I saw Paris in that and I'm like, Britney's next. I saw some person driving down the freeway with a butterfly in their gas tank and they literally cut me off in their Mercedes. And I was like, anyway, I think Britney's next. Yes. Of course, her grandmother and the grandfather was a rapist, according to the book, according to Britney, allegedly. See, all of these lawyers, have you ever noticed that you have to get lawyers' information? Jamie Lynn Spears was given to Dan Schneider. Let's word it correctly, through the family. It wasn't an accident. That's why Dan Schneider is not locked away. If it were your husband, he would be in jail, okay? But not ugly fucking Dan Schneider in school. He's the guy that wore like those Buster Brown hush puppy shoes with corduroys, and his mother, loser, eating a bologna sandwich, fat fuck, that guy. Yeah, he's not creative. He just sucked dick enough to get where he was. Period. End of conversation. I told you I was at my cousin's house and some of the actresses from his show and some of my clients were on the show. But some of those girls had to actually leave Nickelodeon because they were not willing to sell out. And that was at my personal family events, like where John and I are at one of our cousin's 60th birthday parties. And those girls, those young kids on Nickelodeon and Disney are there. You know, the parents are greedy for success. They're greedy for success, okay? Greedy for success, like that. And so their greed is what makes them sell their kids. They should sell themselves, but they're too old and they're too ugly. Britney Spears is a human trafficked celebrity. Come here. Come here. Look at this. Look, I'm being naughty and I'm causing trouble. That's what I'm doing. La la la. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, I know she's gonna make me itch now. So Britney Spears is a mind-controlled, trafficked entertainer. So why would we pay to watch anything that Britney Spears is doing? Okay, why? I know she's so big, right? Why would we do that? Because we are just prostituting Britney Spears. She is being prostituted and pimped out. And people should see that. And then I heard this thing. Oh my God. I heard this interview with Monique. Not a fan of Monique, but never really... I've got some stories about Demi Lovato from behind the scenes, etc. Anyway, Monique and Oprah. You know, Oprah using... I know, she is. She's a little chunky chunk. She just ate. I had to feed her 4 times today. Yeah, we all die though. Those people go in a loop, but we all die. I mean, I'm hoping he got pulled out of the loop right now. I'm hoping he got, because he was sober. But after you've done that stuff, how do you get that out of your head once you've crossed those boundaries? That's what they want you to do, so that you believe that you can't get out, right? That's what it is. I don't know if Demi Lovato is male. I mean, I have no idea. Her sister is that little girl on Desperate Housewives. I can't think of her name. Gabrielle's little daughter. That was Demi Lovato's sister. So you can see it's always in the family. And they fracture your brain. Paris Hilton. Anybody seen the video of Paris Hilton walking down the runway? Yes, my cat is Tallulah. Tallulah. Okay, Paris Hilton, where she's walking down the runway and she looks like Lurch. Not her face, not her appearance. She's real cute. But check her legs out. What woman who's just had a baby in her 40s has masculine legs like that? I'm just simply asking. Because you have estrogen. Just saying. And I had surgery after. Yeah, he had stomach problems. She looked crazy. It didn't look like her body, did it? It looked like it was a little body on top of male legs. Or on top of like a centaur, like the man body or the human body up here and this weird leg body. I was looking at her and I'm like, oh, a surrogate gave birth. Still, she has estrogen. She has estrogen. Women, we have estrogen. I mean, you know, she's not like exercising like probably 90% of the people who are exercisers, right? I was wondering if Britney could escape, but I really feel like Britney, she does have a lazy eye too. And Paris is born into an intergenerational, there you go, abused child family. So I feel sorry for her. How she didn't want to push out a baby, I'm thinking. Yeah, I don't blame her, but I loved it. I mean, it hurt, but you know, she went through a womb rental. Yeah, surrogate. Yeah, she was pimped out. That's exactly right. I think Britney's going to go next with Aaron Carter. That's what I think. I don't know much about Paris's husband. I haven't really read anything, not really familiar. Just happened to catch that video and I was like, that's a crazy video. Thank you, Pixie Libra. Let's see. I have candy hidden somewhere. I have it too. I had to put it up in a cupboard. I know where it is though. This is the problem. I know. Well, they talk about the baby, but I'm like, you know, we all look kind of fucking weird as babies. We all look kind of weird, right? And it could be some other kind of baby, whatever. Yeah, I feel bad for Britney as well. Paris's husband is a double Aquarius. Yeah, I don't mind Paris Hilton, and I feel bad for her. She's raised, her husband is gay. Well, they all do that, gay for play. There's beards. Now, here's the thing I don't understand, and I'm going to say it out loud, so fucking sue me, okay? Here's what I'm going to say. You all push the trans LGBTQ, XYZ, FAUBC, binary, non-binary, male, female, tree post, tree frog, fucking flying marshmallow, whatever. You push that in the public's face, but you can't say my husband's gay. Why? Why can't you say that? Why can't you say I'm gay? Why is that guy? Who's the one? Leonardo DiCaprio, the other one though, that was in that movie that everybody thinks, oh God, I can't think of his name. He bothers me so much. He's so gay. George Clooney. Who's the other one? Oh my God, you know who I'm talking about. The stripper. He was with Renee Zellweger. What's his name? What is his name? So why can't they just say they're gay? Why can't Wolverine say, Bradley Cooper, thank you. Why can't he say he's gay? Why am I supposed to change my children, let you people put that in my kids? Which, by the way, if you taught my kids how to eat McDonald's, I wouldn't want you fucking opening your mouth to my kids, because I don't eat McDonald's and I think it's bad. So I wouldn't want you pushing your agenda for McDonald's as a food to my kid. Okay? So Kenny Chesney for sure. For fucking sure. I know people who are kind of with him. Were whatever. Anyway, Hugh Jackman. Yeah, Jackman. Exactly. But I'm like literally, really, for serious asking, since they're fucking each other of the same sex, why, and you're shoving it on our kids, why are you so afraid to come out now? Why are you so afraid? What's your problem? Why you want to push that shit on our kids? Why don't you stand out there and say you take it the way you take it, you do what you do, and that's why you should let your kids do it? Why you want to hide? I'm asking, really. If it's so good, why you want to fucking hide? Exactly. She is a Sag, yeah. I hope Diddy's going down. I can't stand that guy, Monique. God, Diddy, right? Lenny Kravitz. Oh, yeah. Ashley sent me the video. I believe, Matthew, I believe they sell out. Yeah, I heard that. Do I know? Was I there? No. But what I will tell you is whatever he endured climbing the ladder of what he did, so whatever he did to climb the ladder, okay, of success, broke his mental health down from trauma, and that trauma caused the addiction. Again, the gateway drug to addiction is trauma. So that caused that. So what did he do? What did he do? Oh, J-Lo's daughter is a they, them. Of course. David Duchovny is a sex addict. So they will fuck their same sex too. Sex addiction will fuck anything. That's what they'll do. Because they get bored with traditional sex. So they will fuck anything. Anything. Keep your pets in the house. Yes, I mean that. Anyway, yeah, he could have myocarditis too. I'm wondering, like, I don't know, at a certain point, if you're that rich and you've got all kinds of money and all kinds, no, Duchovny was a sex addict. That's like written in the papers. And you've got all kinds of like money and you've got fame. Why are you taking the vaccine? I'm so, yes, the poor pets. Bobby's got a dog story, a horrific dog story. Why are you, yeah, not Mulder, exactly. Why are you like taking the vaccine? I'm so curious. Like, I'm fucking curious. Do you not have a fucking common brain in your head? Like, are you that scared of dying? Which shows you they actually have no religious foundation because they're afraid to die. You're going to die. You're going to die. Like, you're going to die. You could die young, 7, 8, 9. You could die at 50. Unfortunately, you could live to be 100. Whatever. You could live to be 60, 70, but you're going to fucking die. So why are you running to get a job like you're afraid of dying? Y'all are filling up the churches. These people are all talking about God. So what is your fear? So first address that fear. And you have to learn, and I really am a firm believer of this, when somebody tells you you have to do something, under whose authority do you have to do it? Under whose authority are you doing that? Okay? Why? I wear crosses. I love my cross. This is my cross. I do love my cross. Well, they wear crosses for their God, or they mock God, because then they mock women. Look, they mock women. Birthing person, chest feeding. Who the fuck says that? Who's the Einstein that said, yeah, I'm going to disrespect my mother and call her a chest feeder? Your mother breastfed, and she also made you. So they hate women. They hate women. They hate women chest feeding. Someone ought to get punched in the face. Chest feeding. You weren't forced to get the vaccine, Daisy. You chose to because they told you. And I'm going to give you, and I'm sorry you had to do it. I understand why you would say you were forced, but you're not forced. I understand. Look at, I hate bumps in my hair. All right. Anyway, there. Even bumps. Okay. Distraction. I digress. You are not forced to do anything. You chose to believe what your work said. If you'd have just continued to say no and they fired you, you would have had a lawsuit. You would have been able to go to a lawyer. It's, yeah, you see, you complied under duress, but the duress wasn't real. It's not real. So it's just not real. You don't have to inject yourself. That is rape. That's like your neighbor saying, I'm going to put my penis in your mouth because it's healthy for you. And if you don't let me put your penis in my mouth, in your mouth, if you don't let me do that, you're not going to work anymore. Well, you'd say, no, I'm not going to let you inject me with something. What if they wanted to inject you with heroin? You have to take the heroin because the government decided heroin is what saves people's lives. Like, what is that? No, fight back. From this point on, yeah, the workplace bullying. But the way to be bullied is to let them fire you. Because every Nazi SS officer during World War II described why they put people into the gas chambers because it was their job and they needed to feed their family. That is not an excuse. It's not an excuse. So you may lose your job. I know LAPD people who worked for the government who stuck together as a group and said, we're not doing it. I know firemen. I know all kinds of people. That's it. Yeah, Monique. Monique is Oprah's a fucking bitch. Exactly, the lawsuits are coming because in 2024, the vaccine, 2024, Reagan's vaccine lawsuit is up. So you cannot sue. But here's the thing. Anytime you sign a waiver, a medical waiver, and you have surgery, you can still fucking sue. You can still sue. You can still sue. Don't ever let anyone tell you. Anybody can sue in America, clearly. It's not women. The term is gone. Cisgender. Yeah, no one cares about cisgender. Who's rewriting the dictionary? It's women. I'm a woman. A man with a penis dressed as a woman or cutting his penis off is not a woman. You can call yourself a woman and I'll respect that, but that's not your gender. And if that is your fucking gender, my gender is none of your fucking business on my driver's license. Take that out of your mouth. So no, I'm sorry. There's two genders, male and female. Whatever you choose to dress and do and modify your body, your choice. Doesn't matter. But don't tell me there's more than one more than the two genders. Let's be serious. People have babies and people have penises. People have wombs and people have penises. What you do with the rest of your body, when they dig you up in 150 years, you're either going to have, they're going to say this was female or this was male. And they're not going to see the clothes you were wearing, the makeup you had on, if you had long hair or short hair. I'm just not doing it. I don't care what you think. I don't fucking care. I don't care. I don't care if you say, Diane Sawyer is a drunk bitch, okay? Allegedly. Diane Sawyer. Did you see how Barbara Walters, Diane Sawyer, Pat is 400 pounds, shut up. Did you see how Diane Sawyer was like, and Barbara Walters is asking these questions like, what size clothes and pants do you wear? I don't know, Barbara Walters. What do you use a vibrator? Someone should have said that to her on an interview. Do you use a vibrator? And if so, which one? Barbara Walters. Because Barbara Walters' father was also in the industry. The only reason that woman got on camera and asked dumb questions, because she was stupid. She was stupid. The questions she asked were dumb. You know, just dumb. And she thought she was whatever. There is only two genders. Dig up the bones. There's this gender that doesn't have a womb and this gender that has a womb. And it's determined by the size of your hip bones, I guess your ribs, I guess whatever else they look at, the size of your skull. That's how they're able to tell. Now, what about animals? Do they have like non-binary animals, animals who identify as other animals? Do we have that? Do we have that? Do we have that? Yeah, we don't have that. And a third for confused gender. No, that's a mental illness. If you actually are confused about your gender, you can be transgender and switch your gender. That is your choice. And that doesn't bother me. Like, I have transgender friends. I have gay friends. I have friends that are bisexual friends. A lot of different types of people, but nobody denies that they have a, we're born male or female. They will say, I was born, Barbara Walters is so boring. I was born male or I was born female, right? They'll say that. That's what they'll say. I was wondering if you ever have remote view, David. No, I haven't remote views. I'm just looking up Max Spears right now. Look, I'm looking for his birth chart online. If anybody knows it, tell me. Yeah, I have straight friends too. Of course, I have straight friends. Absolutely. I have every kind of friend, but they don't ever say, I've lesbian, gay, straight, whatever, drag queen friends. I mean, because it's Hollywood, all kinds of it. Most of the men are gay. They're married, but they're gay. You can always tell a gay man. Impeccable dresser. Stepdad, Keith Morris, Dateline. There you go. You see? Family Illuminati trauma. So as a child, Matthew Perry was probably pushed out like a debutante out into society with the men running the networks, CBS, ABC, NBC, running those networks, doing what they got to do with your boy children, your girl children, and all your children. All of that. Yeah, Suzanne Summers. I was just watching Three's Company while I was cracking up, laughing. My dog. Yeah, my cat identifies as the owner of my home. His dad was in the industry. Yeah, well, you're not getting in the industry really unless you're pushed in there, right? Matt was cute. I could see the suits chasing him. I never found him cute, but because he was a drug addict. So if you're a drug addict, I don't like you. I mean, I don't find you cute because your weakness is your drugs. Therefore, you're unethical in your behaviors and it will destroy your looks. So, and I never liked him anyway, but probably because he's a male Leo, no offense. I don't believe he drowned in the hot tub. He may have had a heart attack and sunk under. That could be very true. Yeah, Suzanne Summers apparently was talking about her doctor. This isn't a conspiracy. Think of all the stars with... Oh, yeah, no, it's not a conspiracy. People love to say conspiracies if they're going to shut you down. You can't shut me down. I saw it when I was younger. I grew up in the sex industry. I literally saw it. I was 14 and I saw shit. I saw shit as a kid. I saw it. I saw people that had sex with dead bodies. I saw people, do you remember Maxwell Smart? Get Smart. Oh my God, I just blanked on his name. Gregory Hines. I saw all these people in the clubs when I was 14. I saw them. Not all of them are doing that. Some of them are just sexually perverted or just letting off steam. Some of them were, whatever. Yeah, no, I saw it as a child. At 14, you go into the clubs. This is what you see, okay? So... Don Adams, yeah, I actually, hung out with him. He was like 70 something when I met him. Me and my older man. Anyway, yeah, he was in Toronto. He lived in Toronto at the time and he was teaching acting and I wanted to come to LA and he actually wandered into the strip club I worked at. This is a true story. Wandered into the strip club and sat in one of the back booths, sober at the time, sober. And I was like his little assistant. Like, I just love the fact that it was Maxwell Smart, Don Adams. And I hung out and took his acting class. And yeah, I know, right? It was Maxwell. Yeah, Don Adams. I think he was an Aries, Bobby, so this would be part of it. He was sober at the time I met him, yeah. Later on in life, when he moved back to Toronto, or he moved to Toronto. I think he might have been from upstate New York. But anyway, he was actually a nice man. I don't remember him taking advantage of me or anything. And that's good, Angelita. Yeah, I don't remember any, like, I don't remember him being bad, but he used to, other than pay me to talk to him, didn't really get any dances or anything, but hung out. He drank his coffee sitting in the back of the strip clubs, right by the kitchen. These men also ate in the strip clubs. I know why. Yeah, exactly. These men also ate while you danced naked in front of them. So these people ate food with your hoochie in front of them. And nobody was shaving back then. It was the beginning of shaving. Strip clubs have great food. I know. It's just, I think about it now and I'm like, I can't. I'm like, yeah, I didn't eat in there, no. No. People are obsessed with celebrities because they forced it. I know I'm not going to eat your hoochie butter burger. Oh my God. My friend Nevada, she called herself Nevada. She made the most money in the club. She was 16. She was knocked up. She was 9 months pregnant. Straight ass, bare ass, up there naked, dancing from one guy to another guy to another guy, making a shit ton of money pregnant. A shit ton of money, okay? A shit ton. Better than the non-pregnant girls. A shit ton. Kung Fu Panda, yeah. No, John would never eat in a strip club. He is very specific about what he eats. He has weird specific taste, but that I can't see him doing. Like, he's a little bit OCD that way. Like, he has to go where he knows the food is good, but not, weird. Thank you, Kat. Yeah. So it's just, yeah. Anyway, Don Adams was very, very nice. So he used to come in and I ended up like, I was probably 17. So for like a 3-year time frame, I ended up like taking notes at his classes and doing stuff and hanging out with him. I almost forgot that part of my life, but that was pretty fun. A fur burger. That's right. Muff diving. I know. I've heard it all. But yeah, he was actually really nice. Never took advantage. So I can say that. I mean, maybe I'm not his type. Maybe he was gay. I don't know. But he was super nice. I mean, super, super nice. And he was teaching classes. I got to look up when he moved to Toronto. I always ask, I should remember this, but it's before I moved to the US. So it's probably like 83, 84, somewhere in there. I'm looking him up. Yeah. So he's American, but he settled in Toronto. Remember he picked his shoe up? Oh, there were crabs in the club. Oh my God, there were crabs. Anyway, let's see. He was born 1923, so he would be well over 100. So he had to be, Jesus, I don't even know how old he was. So I met him in the 80s, so he had to be like in his 50s, 60s, or 70s. I was like 16, 17. Yeah, right. It would be rude not to tip a thing. He died in 2005. Yeah, I left Toronto in 85, 86, right in there. And so that was the last time I ever saw him because, he wasn't in the clubs. But yeah, he was pretty nice. And his classes were pretty full. Yeah, 100 years old. But I remember taking the notes and organizing files for him. I liked that part of it. Like I have a lot of Virgo in my chart, so I liked it. Let's see when he moved. He was in World War II. So interesting. There I was, 16, 17, hanging out with somebody who's 100 years old. Yeah. Anyway, no, he was like in his 40s or 50s, 60s. Okay, let's see. I know he moved to Toronto. Let's see when he moved to Toronto. He was in Los Angeles. He had lymphoma, I guess. But he was in Toronto at that time, or he was hanging out there. I'm looking at it. Somebody will have to look that up for me. I can't find it. But anyway, yeah, he was pretty successful. And it was an interesting thing to listen to him. And he was definitely sober when I met him. So it was mid-80s. Because I left home in 81. And just after I turned 14, 1980, 81. Whenever I was 14. And then went into strip clubs and found him. Yeah. Oh, you have his signed picture. Yeah, he was really, he did nothing inappropriate. I mean, and taught me some stuff about business, and keeping notes and doing stuff. So that was pretty good. Yeah, how do you die in a hot tub? Unless you're shit-faced drunk and you slip under and there's 100 people in the hot tub. Yeah, lymphoma, that lymphoma is a hard one. Blood, and the blood goes through your lymphatic system, which is why I'm a huge proponent of lymphatic massage. I want to leave, but he broke me. Okay, what do you want to leave? What do you want to leave? Tell us what you want to leave. There's a real shitty energy. It's the eclipse today. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever heard of a strip club in Honolulu or Anchorage in the 70s? No, I haven't. I didn't get there in the 70s. I was 10. But I learned that you could make money by lifting up your top when you were 10. It's the environment I grew up in. So at the time, you're like, why would you grow up like that? Why did that happen? Here's why it happened. Perhaps to pass the information along later on in life. Might be that way. Yeah, we saw a lot of hot tub. Yes, hot grape ape. That's interesting because of the hot water in the hot tub, I bet, right? I bet the hot water. Lymphoma at 38. Yes, I know. Yeah, Matthew Perry. I want a massage. Okay, you need to go. Yeah, you need to go. Get your massage. I'm sure you can figure that out. Yeah, Bob Saget. I know. Honestly. And again, when I met Bob Saget, I liked him. That was through Dr. Drew. I didn't dislike him, but what I didn't like about him is his need to be with like a 27, 28-year-old wife when he was in his 60s. And then try to convince me how she was smart. When they're predatory like that in their thinking, it's like, dude, date someone your own fucking age. But see, he can't date somebody his own age. So, yes, Art Bell, right? I became an adult at 10. Yes, Kat, I am a holistic. Yeah, exactly. Oh, the shit that men did when I was growing up. Unfucking believable. God forbid. And women. God freaking forbid. Well, he's one of them. You're not getting into that unless you do it. And here's another little tip that I'm going to say when they eat the flesh food meat, which is almost why I will stop eating at this point. But here's another little thing that I noticed. When you eat the flesh, do you know what I'm saying? When you eat the meat, do you get what I'm saying? So when you eat the flesh that you and I would never eat, the other flesh, right? Art Bell was gay. No, I didn't say Art Bell was gay. Don't think Art Bell was gay. He lived out in the desert, like out in Needles or wherever. But anyway, stunted in their sexuality because they've been traumatized. They've been raped as children. But nobody wants to admit they all had good childhoods. The strippers and the sex workers, everybody knows they had a bad childhood. The predators come in and go, I had a great life. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Because number one, you're 10, 15, 20 years older than who you're dating. First thing. So you can't argue with someone your own age. No, I didn't think Art Bell was gay. I'm saying I didn't think so. And you're probably an addict or an alcoholic, which is why you're trying to be a hero to pick up a stripper, a sex worker. You're going to be the hero. We don't need heroes. We can take care of ourselves. We're not weak. We can do it. I know I missed the blue chair. I cannot put it in here. I literally would not be able to get through it's so small here. Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable. But anyway, who's Art Bell? Coast to Coast. Needles. Then wasn't Art Bell do a show from Needles? Didn't he? In Canada in 85. There you go. Probably met him right around there. There you go. Thank you for looking that up. I knew it was in the 80s because I hadn't moved to California. And I think I left the end of 85, early 86. Might have been September of 86. Art Bell, yeah. And I think Art Bell died in his 70s, right? Pahrump, Nevada. Thank you. Not Needles. I apologize. Pahrump, Nevada. If you've been through any of those places, you would see aliens out there for sure. Yeah, Pahrump. Oh, John Mayer. Jesus. I can't. Anyway, thank you for that. Yeah, John. Hi, Katrina, Virgo Katrina. I had a weird life. I went to school and I can't even read that. So, they say Matthew Perry was, yes. They say John Mayer is just absolutely dating Andy Cohen, isn't he? Like, whatever that's about. No wonder you were such a bitch to women. I know. John Mayer is a handler, of course. But he hates women. These people, the reason somebody asked earlier on, thank you, Joe. I had a heart attack at 47. I believe you, Jennifer, but here you are still alive. God bless for that. God bless for that, right? Yeah, Matthew Perry, I think he was one of them, Katrina. Yeah, Paris Hilton had a surrogate. I get it. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh my God, what was I going to say? Because I'm crazy. Oh, why do we worship celebrities, or however you say that word? The reason is because it is shoved down our throats. We have been brainwashed, okay? We are told. Now, ask yourself, because I too wanted to come to America, be an actress, make a shit ton of money, have a Porsche, have a Lamborghini, whatever. Okay, as a little kid, like who wouldn't want to do that, right? Why would you want to starve and not have enough money to raise your kids and not have enough money to go to the dentist? Do you know how much the dentist costs? Oh my God. Anyway, that's why I got to wait the whole year to pay off what I'm doing with the dentist, like you all, right? With no insurance, okay? So why would you not want to make the money that they make? And they make it seem like you can do it. What they don't tell you is that they all come from families that are Illuminati. They sell out. They're mind controlled. Okay. They shove it on our TVs. Do you know how much you turn on? Do you guys turn on Yahoo? Well, you do on your computers, right? Yahoo. Look, Bobby, I wore your glasses out yesterday. I have them right here. See, look at Bobby sent me these cute. Oh my God, I look like my grandmother, who wasn't really my grandmother, but nonetheless, I look like her. Anti-meme. Okay, sorry, I digress again. Okay, so the reason that we focus on that is because they shove it in our faces. When I was a kid, we had 3 channels on the TV and rabbit ears, okay? Rabbit ears. And trying to watch TV with the rabbit ears. We were forced to watch sports on Sunday. Well, I was, because my dad would watch sports, but I know, such good cat eyes. I know. So I know Richard Mull died. I know he was friends with my friend. Yeah, I know Charlie Robinson. Anyway, yeah, Richard was in his 80s, which is a decent amount of time. I sat on my sunglasses. Oh my God. Lenses are still okay. Yeah, I've taped glasses. I just buy these cheap and keep them. I have the running and then the ones I wear out. 3 different pairs. And yeah, the rabbit ears on the TV. So when the Olympics were on, that's what we watched because it was something different. Hi from Kamloops. So, and the aluminum on there. Now, my dad and I used to listen to the Green Lantern, Mystery Theater, all of that shit on the radio. And I watched as a kid at lunch because it was the only thing that was on TV. And it was Channel 9 in Toronto. I remember this because we didn't get many channels. We got more than most, but I watched Charlie Chaplin. So I watched in silence and I really understood what he was doing because he was in Aries and also perverted. So yeah, why wouldn't I? But that's what I watched. That there was not a lot, like whatever was forced. And then later on, like in the 70s and 80s, you got your sitcoms, you got a little bit of other stuff, but you didn't get it. Like now we have 5,055 billion channels, right? So you can check in England, you can watch Al Jazeera, you can watch BBC, you can do what? Yeah, CTV, CBC. I know, right? So there weren't a lot of TV shows. I wear my sunglasses at night. I know. So I love Lucy. Star Trek. Star Trek pissed me off. Number 1, William Shatner, fat boy in space. No. You know what John says? I have to repeat it because he just literally gets under my skin to where I just want to smack him in the face and say, what the fuck is wrong with you? So let me get this right. All of the astronauts that trained to go up in space ever, the Russian astronauts, the cosmonauts, the blah, 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 right? All of those people went through years of training, jumping in weightless rooms, right? Doing all of that stuff, right? They were just doing all of that stuff. Shatner, fucking fat boy, Butterball Shatner with an eating disorder. I feel a bit bad for him. He's an Aries Cancer mix. Anyway, Shatner. Oh, Land of the Lost. That was so good. Wasn't that good? I love that one. Anyway, Shatner, he just doesn't do any training. His joints have to hurt. He's in his 80s. Okay. And he goes with Bug-Eyed Bezos up into fucking space. So I go to John. I go, how did Fat Boy get up there? I go, every other astronaut trains for a year. So they say. I mean, let's just premise on what they say is totally true, right? They train, they jump on shit, they hang on those ropes like circus people. They do all of that stuff. But Shatner, fucking Shatner, no. And John's like, well, it's different now. He just popped into space and back. I'm like, do you hear yourself? He just likes to justify stuff. It's Fatner in space. It was in Gilligan's Island. And the Brady Bunch. Yeah, Marsha. Shut up, Jan. You whining middle child. Shut up. Anyway, it was just pretty funny. So Shatner, they didn't go as far up. Well, that's what John says. The point is, give me a break. Going into space means going up in an airplane into the sky is also going, I love Spock, going up into space. Yeah, in the 70s, we had the Addams Family, we had the Monsters, we had Bewitched, all in the, I think it was the late 60s, it might have been 60s. Shatner was April of 66. So that show, and I love the scenery. He ate his way through that scenery. He's like, look, it's a boulder. And he threw it. The worst props, the worst. I know. That's why I'm saying the worst props. But that show, The Dark Shadows, I listened to that. That's exactly right. So Star Trek was invented in the 60s. I love the Twilight Zone. I know. I love the Shatner singing is even more hilarious. Exactly. The Partridge Family. Yep. Bonaducci used to scare the shit out of me when I saw him in Starbucks. You could feel the rage. Like he was, to me, that's like a stimulant rage, like a meth rage. Like sometimes those people on meth, they're like, and you're like, whoa, back it up, buddy. Yeah, he's a contrarian. John is a contrarian. He goes the opposite. If I say it's black, he says it's white. So I fuck with his head. I'll say it's purple. And then he says, no, it's orange. I'm like, you're right, it's orange. And he'll switch it again. And I'm like, dude. Twilight Zone was fabulous. I liked all those shows. I liked any kind of space travel. Any kind of, Mork and Mindy. I loved Mork. I loved his character. I really did like Robin Williams quite a lot. Quantum Leap I loved. I used to see that guy at lunch when I was pregnant with Keith because he was over probably at NBC in Burbank. And I used to, okay, for all of you in Burbank, you know, Talleyrand. I used to go to Talleyrand while I was pregnant with Doodleberry so that I could get my blueberry muffin with my lunch, which was an extra 500 calories because I was pregnant. So we used to see Quantum Leap guy, whatever his name was, is Scott Bakula. Yeah, he would be in there for lunch. Saw him a few times. I'm assuming he was filming somewhere by there because everybody was at NBC. Lost in Space was great. Those props were great too. The doors, like you're going to last in space. That's how funny it is. Like, I love Lee Majors. Oh my God. Looking back though, and Spock, my brother used to call me Spock because of my pointed ears. At least he didn't call me Fat Boy, but, what was I going to say? Oh my God, you just said it. $6 Million Man, so great. Lindsay Wagner, the Bionic Woman, is now a psychic. Lost in Space was fabulous. Magnum PI, fabulous, because of course it's Tom Selleck. Fabulous in little teeny 70s shorts. Lindsay Wagner, not my favorite choice for, you do, Mindy, have pointed ear. Yeah. Hilarious. No, I didn't ever meet him from Lee Majors. I loved Lee Majors. Now he was adopted. I think he's a Taurus or has a lot of Taurus. There you go, pointed. There you go, Bobby. I got called Spock too. My brother would come to the table like this. I just want to go bop, bop, bop. Yeah, so Wagner is, well, she's a holistic healer and a psychic right now. I think she works in the metaphysical. So does D. Wallace Stone from E.T. E.T. Go Home. Yeah, that one. The mom on the movie E.T. She works in the Valley as a psychic as well. Linda Carter, I didn't really watch that, but great. I loved Quantum Leap because kind of when you're in and out of your body, always that's a thing. But yeah, Lindsay Wagner works as a psychic, or as a healer. Maybe psychic's wrong word for her, but D. Wallace Stone is in the same, and that makes sense to me, actually. Highway to Heaven, I loved. Knots Landing, I used to see, oh my God, I can't think of her name. The long blonde hair, the skinny one over by Lake Hollywood all the time when I was exercising when Jason was little. I can't think of her name. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, they do say Tom Selleck had a love affair with the head of NBC. They say that. MASH, yeah, MASH. See, even in MASH, what's his name? Yvonne Farr. Okay, the daughter of Jamie Farr. He had to dress as a woman. Ritual. Go back all through history. And yes, Joan Van Ark. Yes, there you go. I used to see her all the time. Like walking, like behind the Hollywood sign up there off of Barham. You probably lived around there. I used to meet my friend Svetlana and we would walk. Little Keithy in, I worked at a barber shop. Lovely Majors. Joan Van Ark, yeah. Tom is known as a bottom man. So where he got where he is. How do you think they greenlit his own show? Usually they're fucking the same with Will Smith and Fox and all of that. David Hasselhoff. Yeah, he's a good-looking man, bad shit crazy. And traumatized, by the way. Traumatized. Well, gay for pay or ritualized gay? I don't know. Sean Cassidy. Oh my God, I love Sean Cassidy. Yeah, Sean Cassidy was great. What was he in with, what's his name? Parker Stevens, Kirstie Alley's first husband, Nancy Drew. I love the mysteries. Alcoholic. Yeah, well, clearly Hasselhoff has got something. Yeah. Don't know what became of, met George Lucas at Starbucks in Monterey. There you go, Mindy. It's the Starbucks. These everybody's going in. Yeah, the Cassidy brothers were so cute. Terrible what happened to David Cassidy, but he was a child star. Knots Landing. There you go, Hardy Boys. Thank you. Yeah, it's terrible. James Brolin. It's terrible what happened to David Cassidy. I think I love you. You remember that. Of course, Matthew Perry was on Epstein Island. They're all going to do what they're told because it's money. Again, people were being put into gas chambers in World War II. My friend was on Dynasty. I had a little friend that showed up as a bit player on Dynasty, and that was the coolest to see her on there. Anyway, she was in acting class with me way back then. Stella! Yes, Agent 99 or Honey West, exactly. David died. Well, David Cassidy died, I think, really of alcoholism, quite frankly. Yeah, I think it was bad alcoholism. And he's going to be an alcoholic because when you're 17, 18, 16, and you think you can take it up I'm terrible, sodomize and ritualize and suck dick here and there. And I'm being serious when I say this. And you think you can do those things because you're going to buy your mom a house and buy your kids cars and whatever it is you're doing in Hollywood, right? Yeah, why are they all raging in Starbucks? The crack in the cup. So Leif Garrett, I loved. Wait, my Nan died. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, your poor Nan. I'm glad you were with her. Yes, I'm glad you're with your Nan. Thank you for that, honey. Engelbert Humperdinck. Who named him that? Like, is that a real name or were they fucking with him? Like, was somebody really fucking with him? Like, change your name. Seriously, because you sound, whatever. None of my business. But, oh my God, what was I going to say? David Cassidy would have dementia from alcohol saturation. So it's just really, yeah, groovy. Remember? Oh yeah, picture of him in the hot tub. Yeah, they'd kill him. They're going to come collect their contracts. That's why it's a pseudonym. I'm assuming Engelbert Humperdinck. I mean, please. Yeah, I can't help people's personal opinions about the vaccine being safe. I know it's not safe because I don't need a petroleum-based vaccine to put in my body. I can choose what goes into my body. If she chose to put that in her body, then she chose to put that in her body. Then the Outer Limits was great. Then she chose to do that. But I get to choose what goes in my body because it's my body. I don't take any of those shots. Why would I take something the government pushes and says is free? Why would I do that? Bay City Rollers. Oh my God. SATRDAY night. Sorry. Yeah, I don't take anything. I don't do anything. I don't have to. I'm not here to appease the government or my neighbors or, I know, Bobby had a stigmata. I call up John. I'm like, Bobby's on her way to the doctor. And then the church, he's like, why? And I'm like, stigmata. The Catholics understand. He's like laughing. He's like, that, I haven't heard that before. And I call Bobby up. I'm like, how's the stigmata? She's like, oh yeah, they removed it. But it could have been a stigmata anyway. No, the government, this is common knowledge to me. But do you understand? I hope people understand, okay? I hope people understand that Three Dog Night, exactly. I hope people know and people understand that you have a right. Just because someone threatens to take your money away, they have to fire you and you can sue them. And then you can collect unemployment, though it be not very much. And then you can tell your neighbors, I chose to stand up for it, and they will probably help you. I would help you. No, your doctor did not say who's your fucking doctor? Who is your fucking doctor? I know, constant like a stigmata. I know, I was just saying, it's so funny. I thought I was going to die after the tetanus shot made me very sick. Yeah, I'm just saying nobody has to do anything. A doctor, who is he? He's some guy that walks around. Do you know how they put people on, the actors with white coats and are like, the dumb people believe that you have authority. I don't believe you have any authority over me. You don't come with me when I die. Nothing you say to me matters. Nothing you say matters to me. Said that backwards. And why? Okay, yes, Bruce might go. You're exactly right about that. And why would you think because you're a doctor, you have an authority? You chose to buy in. You are alienated by the system, okay? Because you want to pick up Medicare, Medi-Cal, I get confused on which of those, and welfare and disability. That's why you're an ass-kissing doctor. If you actually had to earn a living yourself by your fucking self, then you would tell the truth. But because you're in alignment with the government for your work, you're not going to tell the truth. You're not going to fucking tell the truth. I don't have to listen to you. I don't have to listen to you. I don't need to do what you do. So I was at the Humperdinck. I know, right? I know. Stop looking up to psychos. Exactly. If a doctor is not as healthy as I am and doesn't take care of himself in the same way, why exactly am I going to listen to him? And I'm going to go in and I'm going to pay for my appointment, unfortunately, or I'm not going to the doctor. That's exactly as it is. That's it. I went to my dentist. I had to pay, credit card on a credit card for that. Went to my dentist, and the little girl cleaning my teeth, the woman, actually, she wasn't little, cleaning my teeth, okay? And they're clean. Look, though, little space there. Bummer. Anyhow, so it was $112 for teeth cleaning, and I do 3 times a year. So, because the insurance makes you wait 18 months, it's like, okay, well, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And I just pay it off as I go. Like if the doctor's will take 3 payments. I'll start. Once they know you, they'll probably take payments from you, like you can pay. So the girl's like, well, fluoride. And I said, I don't believe in fluoride. I said, I stopped using fluoride like 10 years ago because it wrecks your pineal gland. And she goes, well, the fluoride treatments. And again, John is always like, the fluoride treatments. I had it when I was younger. And I'm like, and yet you have a mouthful of cavities. I have a mouthful of cavities. I literally have Arnold George. Yeah, see, he should have kept his real name. Well, Canada has a different money currency, but I literally have cavities from when I did use fluoride. These are my natural teeth. Well, not that one. And not that one. And there's one down there. Not that one. Yeah, I can still do that. I can still do that. Yeah, I can still do it. But what I'm saying is you can lose your teeth, but usually, I mean, if you don't take care of them for like even a couple of years, you're going to cause yourself big problems. If you do any kind of speed, it's going to eat your gums. Because I was asking the hygienist, I was like, what the hell do you see in here? I was laughing. Yeah, fluoride is money for garbage. I was like, what's the worst kind of teeth? Is it drunk people, high people, smokers, meth heads, crackheads, jailed people? I was like, what is the worst? And she's like, the drug addicts. She's like, I do not know what they do, but they do not brush their teeth. And they have teeny tiny little teeth. And she goes, sometimes they don't even have teeth. They just have roots. And I'm like, well, how do you clean the roots? And she's like, you don't. It's terrible. They've lost all their gum. It's all inflamed. And I'm like, oh my God, ew. So, yeah, we pay out of pocket for our dental. Yeah, I pay out of pocket. I pay out of pocket for everything. I've never had health insurance in this country. I don't do it. I pay. I just don't go to the doctor. I don't go for pap tests every year. You understand that when they give you stuff and they tell you you need to go every year, that's to get you on the roster of paying off their family's Mercedes. That's not what you need to do every year. You need to go when you feel you need to go. I don't think it's a yearly thing. I mean, neem toothpaste is really good, hibiscus, really good. I like that. Yeah, meth stinks. Meth, methamphetamine. Methamphetamine, not math. Math sucks too, but not for your teeth. I could never. No, this woman was really sweet and she took a long time. And then she counted all my look, that one's fake, you can see. But my thinking with making that one whiter is when I smile, it looks whiter back here. It reflects. Yes. Oh God, tetracycline can wreck your teeth too. I had friends growing up whose moms took tetracycline in utero and those poor kids. I'm obsessed with my hygiene too. Yeah, they gaslight you like you need to go to the doctor. That is a graft system. So you can keep billing Medicare, bill your insurance. Oh, you need insurance. You may die. Yeah, you're going to die anyway. I guarantee you will die. I guarantee you. Unless you're like a whatever that won't die, but you're pretty much going to die. Do you remember the beachcombers? Yes. Yes. And The Trouble with Tracy. You remember that one? Canadians. That was the stupidest show. That was kind of like I Love Lucy and a Canadian. Have you noticed Canadian actors? We can always tell Canadian actors in our house because of the way the dialogue is written, and you will only understand it if you're Canadian. I do remember the Beachcombers, but I loved it because they showed, all of the waterways and all of the stuff, right? So yeah, I like that show. But it's Canadians, right? I don't know what The Littlest Hobo is. I didn't see that, but it's Canadian shows. Yeah, I never watched Friends really. The Beachcombers, yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, they want you to oh, we need to check your breasts for breast. No, you don't. If I die of breast cancer, I'm cool. I'm cool. Fuck you. I mean, I'll go when I have a problem, Oh, Jam Master Jay, that would be good. Yes, drug and alcohol. Yeah, a lot of shit happens. Maybe don't. Let's see, I'm Canadian but loved Kids in the Hall. I never saw that one. Don't forget Outer Limits. Absolutely. I recently... Meth and fentanyl. They're putting fentanyl in everything. Yes, they are. Tetracycline is really bad for your teeth. I felt so sorry. Do you prefer Canada or the U.S.? Okay, hard question because I hate government. I have to keep sitting back on my pillow because Second City was good. I used to go watch it live downtown in the studios when they would film live, when Dan Aykroyd, way back, late 70s, when they, yes, John Candy always. John Candy lived in Newmarket. I was in a group home in Newmarket. He lived, I think he grew his kids up, died at 45 because he was heavy. John Candy was great, just really great. He too died of a heart attack, but I can see it because he was a rotund person. So he was great. His timing was impeccable. And I Spy was good as well. Yeah, John Candy. Newmarket, that's where Aunt Betty's help Anthony get out of Canada. Okay, so I love the texture of Canada. There is nothing like it. When I drive across the border, I feel at Uncle Buck, hilarious. Planes, trains, and automobiles, fantastic. Second City, yeah, exactly. But what was the group home? What was my Aunt Betty's group home in Newmarket? It was on, oh my God, I forget the name of the street. Anyway, it was like an old plantation house. She took in 12 girls. So Aunt Betty, Hollywood Squares, remember it? Aunt Betty came to court. I did not know her. I was going to be locked up till I was 18 in an institution. I was born in an institution. I was going to be locked up. Eagle Street. Shut up. Shut up, you remember. Yeah, Huron Heights and Newmarket High. So I went to Huron Heights back then. I got expelled from Huron Heights. Typical of me. Anyway, history. Yeah, I'm sure. And John Candy was a heavy man. I think like 250 and upwards. No, Chris Farley was different. John Candy seemed like less of a drug-addled person than Chris Farley. But yes, Chris Farley was bombastic in his energy and hyper. I knew I've met you in Newmarket. Did you? I was at Aunt Betty's. Yeah, in Newmarket, wandering the streets. Not wandering the streets, just up and down. Remember the little fish and chips? The little fish and chip. Do you remember that little fish and chip hut? Right there, going towards the main street where you would take the mall to the left and Huron Heights was to the right. I'm so weird. I'm like, going down that street. They had the fish and chips there where they wrapped it in the newspaper. I could never touch newspaper because I was so OCD. The ink went off on my hands and it made me crazy. Well, got friends in Newmarket. There you go. Newmarket. Yes. Newmarket. I love Canada, the texture. Ontario is brutal. Ontario is brutal. It's brutal. You know that when you're from Newmarket and up north, it is brutal. Okay. Honeywood, Ontario, Orangeville, Blue Mountain, brutal, cold. Bad Bunny. I don't know much about Bad Bunny. I've maybe once listened to him. Yes, Truth or Consequences, Bob Barker. Always looked too clean to me. But when I get to, yeah, Toronto is a dump. I grew up in Toronto. My dad's office was above Maple Leaf Gardens. So like my dad got to see all the bands that came into the gardens. His office was up, where we used to go and watch the Christmas parade down Young and Bloor. Anyway, down past that. But where Maple Leaf Gardens is, my dad's office was in that building up there. That's kind of all I remember. And I grew up in Lawrence Park until we moved to King City, and then I ran away and ended up in Newmarket. Well, went back to Toronto and then got caught a year later and then ended up in court up there. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing like Muskoka. There's nothing like, going camping. I haven't been to Quebec since I'm 13, but there's nothing like the texture. And when I go back home to John's side, which is Vancouver, I feel very at home because we raised our kids there skiing every winter. Also cold, but different. Vancouver's Vancouver, Rush is from Toronto. Yes, I know, Mindy. It's also a drug. Yes, inflation is Dorothy Stratton, Vancouver. Canadians all want to come to the United States because we're told that we're the ugly stepkids in Canada. Was a Canadian version of Living in Color. I get it. Yeah, Matthew Perry, Canadian. Uncle Buck, fabulous. And I wonder what John Candy's kids are doing. Let's see. Cabot Trail in Cape Breton is amazing. Fantastic. I love the West Coast. Love the West Coast in Canada. It's so beautiful. Country's gorgeous. Middle of Canada's pretty damn cold. Alberta, all of that. Just got an invitation to go out to, I guess it's Newfoundland. Found my bio dad's family, and the cousins are like, come out here. I think it's Newfoundland he's from, wherever. He's going, have you ever been to Ireland? And I'm like, no, I was going to go to Ireland with my friend Arlene before Keith died. And my cousin Pat, I was planning a trip like that. I asked Arlene, because she's Irish. I'm like, you want to go to Ireland? I want to go to Ireland, and we're Irish too, of course. Where the hell does this come from? Anyway, and my cousin Pat on my mom's side, and there are U.S. citizens who retired north of Falls in Western Ontario. So beautiful. But anyway, my cousins live across the Atlantic on the Canadian side. Yeah, Bobby, you know the bio dad, right? And that cousin, the one that kept calling me. Anyway, he's like, all I do, listen to this torture. Because he works on an oil rig out there, kind of where that thing sunk, where that Titanic thing sunk, right there. Anyway, he's like, yeah, all we do is fish for salmon. My cousin Pat, for real. all we do is fish for salmon and halibut. And I'm like, oh, he goes, we eat it fresh all day long. I'm like, I can't hear you. Yeah, no, I know. Not dirty, but it rains constantly. Exactly. So anyway, yeah, I did. No, he died just before Keith, Mindy. He died in March of 2020, and Keith died in, as you know, July of 2020. No, I never met him, but I mean, I don't know if he knew I existed. It's his brother's kid that found me, so my cousin. So yeah, Upper Canada Mall, exactly. I want to see Germany, exactly, too. Yes, exactly, Bobby, the same thing. So I believe in fairies. Banff is exquisite. I went running through Banff. Jason, Keithy, Johnny, and I went to Banff. We went all over. We went to my mom's family reunion in, I want to say in Claresholm, Alberta. But it might not have been there. It could have been somewhere else. Anyway, we also went to Banff, and there was an incredible water park pool where we would always book and stay so the kids could swim in the pool. And oh my God. Yes, Banff, we went in the summer. It was so pretty. Oh my God, Banff is just but they have grizzly bears. So, in a Peaky Blinders way. That's one way of putting it. I got to tell you what my cousin said. I was like, that makes perfect sense. Anyway, yeah, I want to go to Ireland. I was actually planning it before Keith passed. Banff is so pretty. So pretty. So to answer your question, but I absolutely really love California. I hate Gavin Newsom. If any of you vote for that man for president, please remove yourself from my life. Please. I can't. He has destroyed California. The Blarney Stone. No, I couldn't touch it. Other people touched it. Yes, I heard about that. The grizzly. I know. Grizzlies are nothing to fuck with. Polar bears and grizzlies, we have black bears here, and they will attack people. Tim Hortons, delicious coffee. They will attract Gavin Newsom's. Black bears will attack people. They've attacked people on some of the trails. Grizzly bears don't even fuck around. They'd rather kill you than look at you. So, yeah, I know. Our whole family, me and John both got Irish in us. Hence the, I don't know. I thought they put a hold on Marilyn's home. I have no idea. But, yeah, I don't know. I have to look it up. I have pictures of our old house. I took pictures 1987, I think. I hopped the fence and went in the backyard because I was that kind of a stalker PR, person. But yeah, you've got, let's see, Berlin, Eurythmia School, can easily learn German. Deborah, your father was German. Yeah, I didn't even look at it. We've got an eclipse, full moon in Taurus. So what's going to be affected, y'all? Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, of course, Slovakian. So yes, I will go to Ireland. I'm going to try to take John there. I'll take John there for a vacation. Both of our families come from the same place. We're probably related. Ew. Anyway, County of Cork, or Cork. Can't remember. County of Cork. Oh yeah, eating the flesh. Okay, I was going to talk about that. No, we don't get along. We get along okay. Doug Ford has goons that's destroyed. Absolutely. Newsom has destroyed. Oh, Taurus sun. Mindy, you're going to be hit by this eclipse. Meaning, Mindy, the eclipse. Yeah, that's, my people are from Cork. Well, then I'm probably related to you too. I didn't know it because I was a doppelganger. I was an adopted bitch, okay? My mother walked. She walked and left. I think I will love Ireland. You know, I'm just going to go, who cares? I'm like, the plane ride might kill me. And I always have like, Dublin grandmother. Yeah, John's grandmother came directly from Ireland, and he had like Catholic nuns in the family. That explains so much. You just have to understand that. But I think it was the mother's, his mom, Grandma Kay. She came from there, but her family. And so there you go. Everything's going to, yeah, eclipses are Cork. Is it County of Cork? Yeah. So Mindy, you got Taurus, Scorpio. So you're being hit by it. Okay. So Cork. Thank you. Oh yeah. Let me finish the flesh eating. Newsom, if anybody votes for that fucking idiot, and he's a fucking idiot. He's a fucking idiot. Like if he was in a real bar in a real room, somebody would punch his lights out because the shit that he says. And you'd also want to step on it. You just know that he has like a polishing kit for his shoes. And him and Trudeau are like polishing their shoes in the basement. And their little masks come off and their little doofuses. Anyway, so yeah, when they eat the flesh, and I've noticed this, okay? I have noticed, looking back on celebrities I know, no matter what they look like, they can be really, really beautiful people, but there's a certain texture to their skin that looks a little bit like a seal's skin, which is a weird thing to say, like a seal's skin. So look at the texture of a seal, right? And look at the skin, and then just imagine it like on your white or brown skin, not gray like a seal, right? So yes, there's a certain look to it, and I could never put my finger on it, but I've run into it. And I was actually invited for dinner once at this very famous person's house. Well, twice, two different people. And I refused to eat. I'm like, yeah, no, I took medicine. I can't eat. My stomach's upset. I made up shit. I'll just have a bottle of water to make sure it's sealed. Because like blubber, yes, but they don't have to be plasticky. But they don't have to be fat. That's not quite what I mean. But I look at a seal skin and then I look at theirs and it's like that. That's how I've associated it in my brain. But anyway, I walked in someone's house and they were cooking. And they're like, do you want to stay for dinner? And immediately my mind flashed on that. And I was like, and no, it's not leathery. It's like a seal and there's a different texture to it. And they can be in the best shape. Yes, no pores, Betty. Yes, there's something, it's different than ours. It's different. Yeah, I laughed. I was like, no, bye. It's just, yes, waxy. Yes, it's just different. It's different. It's not about like they look like a seal and it's not gray. That's not what I mean. It can be white. And I noticed it putting into perspective. I had a friend, well, Keithy and Jason had a friend, and that kid would only eat McDonald's. Like he was OCD, computer brain kind of kid, and he would only eat McDonald's. And no, not orange peel. And the sheen to it. Yes, that's what I mean. Exactly. And the kid that ate McDonald's, I mean, like for 12 years of his life, had the same skin. That's when I knew what I knew. Elon Musk has that, Mary. Good example. Go look at Elon Musk's skin. Exactly. Exactly. When I ate McDonald's for a brief period of time, okay, I've always eaten the fries. I don't eat them now. But when I ate McDonald's, the kids were little. I would maybe eat a hamburger or two. I'm talking, Keithy might have been 4, right? So Jason would have been like 7. And if they had a little Happy Meal, I'd have a little Happy Meal. Right, exactly. I had to stop eating it because it immediately fucked my body up, okay? No, I never ate it again since. I'm not going to lie. Like, I did eat fries when I was younger. I mostly ate ice cream and fries because I'm not really a meat eater to begin with. Like, I don't like red meat. I will eat red meat, but not now. I haven't in like years. But yeah. Yeah, once you know you don't. Yeah, I don't eat that. My throat closed. Wait, what? No, what? Green. No, I don't know what that is. Tell me. Yes, the kuru. Yes, I know. Yeah, I used to love the fries, but yeah, I mean, I do like French fries. I'm not gonna lie. I've never eaten, I ate pork once when I was pregnant with Jason. I had a pork chop. I don't eat a lot of fast food. I definitely don't eat it now. They could be clones, but I think it has to do with Celine. I mean, come on now. You know what? And here's what I'm going to say. For whatever the reason is that you do, air fries are so good, Deborah, right? Billy Booby Gates. Billy Booby Gates. Yeah. I used to love yeah, Celine something. Wait, my chronic. There you go. Well, Ren, it's probably inflammation in the body. Absolutely. I can only eat 4 fries and it's like cardboard. I love potatoes. Potatoes are my friends. I fucking love potatoes. Like, I'm like, ooh, potatoes is my friends. Yum, yum. Okay, so the eclipse tonight. Let's see what degree. I so haven't paid attention because I just haven't been able to pay attention. Oh my God, y'all, who knows about this? Oh my God. Okay, so I got one of my car insurances got dropped. They didn't call me when it didn't go through. My credit card got stolen and they do automatic payment, and they said they called me. They didn't. So I went to try to get new insurance on this separate car. And it's separate. It's just a different car for somebody else in the family. Anyway, tried to get the car insurance, right? And so instead of paying $200 a month or whatever it was, they're like, yeah, it's going to be $800. $800. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I just 10 days ago was paying this, right? So they're like, you have an accident with bodily injury on your record. And I'm like, I do not have an accident with bodily injury. I have been in no accidents, except when that thing took my tire. Yes, no, seriously. 800. I got quoted 1,000. I was yelling at the woman. I'm like, why the fuck are you saying that? So I, unfortunately, went down to DMV. I'm looking for the paperwork. I went down to DMV and waited in that line. Look, y'all, the DMV record is right here. I went, got it in person, and I have 2 speeding tickets. I'm not going to deny that. The Arizona speeding ticket and the one after Keith died that's going to come off in January. Anyway, I'm like, I asked the DMV, where are they getting the accident? The joy of an hour and a half. If you want to go to a good DMV that's quick, because the people there force that, go to the Glendale DMV. You will get in and out of there in like 40 minutes. I did. So anyway, I go, why did the insurance companies? I phoned like 15 different insurance companies, right? I got it, Deborah, from Utah to Arizona in the middle of nowhere. So I'm like, why are they asking me this? Okay, listen to this, y'all. Bet you didn't know this. I'm too stupid. I didn't know this. I didn't know this. I love potatoes. Consider me Irish. Give me a potato. I'm a happy girl. Okay, so anyway, I go, why? Yeah, 40 minutes in the DMV is good. You're usually with no appointment in Los Angeles. I've had to get like on a plane and waited 3 hours to get my driver's license renewed for, emergency shit. Anyway, they go, you're showing an accident, right? You're showing an accident and the people claim that they hurt their back, the usual scam or whatever. And I'm like, I did not have an accident, right? So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Anyway, I call this one guy and he says, have you guys heard of this reporting agency? LexisNexis. Have you heard of it? Have you heard of LexisNexis and your Clue report? Anybody on here know what that is? Because I'm going to fucking enlighten you, okay? Fucking infuriating. So, literally, you all have heard of it. I had no fucking idea. So, yeah, I shared a car with another family member, okay? I shared a car. This person, actually, the person cut them off, but they happened to hit their car in the back, so they paid out on the insurance because it looked like our family member rear-ended them. So I'm the one that holds the insurance in the family, right? So, yes, so Lex is fucking cocksucking Nexus. So I find this, and the guy at the AAA, he says to me, how are your, yeah, they do, but listen, you can put a freeze on your information. So I never heard of this. So the guy at DMV, do you see that? The cat did that. She just fucking threw everything off the table. All right. So anyway, Mercury Insurance, right? I know. Did you hear that? That was Lou. She just threw, I don't know, whatever off the table. She just got up and ran like somebody probably poked her on the ass and off she went. I'm going to have to clean up after. Anyway, so these fucking people, I call Mercury and I'm like, why are they reporting this as mine? And they're like, yeah, well, it's not yours. It's so-and-so's. Because there was like 8 people on our insurance policy, right? And I'm like, no, it's not mine. Well, you were the policy holder. Yes, but it wasn't even my car. The car was in another family member's name and it was their fucking car. Why is it coming up? Well, because you're the policy holder. I'm sorry. What? Anyhow. So I got on the phone with the LexisNexis people, right? I know she thinks she fucking threw all my pens off the floor. These LexisNexis people. And I'm like, listen, you bitches, what's up with you? Are you legal? Why are they using this? Why are you doing this? What about my privacy? Who's selling my information? You know I did that. So, yeah, well, here's the thing. What I did, because my driver's license says the 2 speeding tickets, one's off in January, right? So the accident was not me driving. I wasn't even in the vicinity. I wasn't in the state. Not my car, but on my policy, right? And I'm like, why am I being punished for that? So Mercury goes, you shouldn't be punished for that. 15 car insurances. They're like, you have that accident. This week is the first time I'm hearing about it. The accident was 2 years ago. Okay, just right after Keith. And I'm like, I don't even understand what you're saying. And yeah, so I go, take my name out of your mouth. So you can put a freeze on your information. And so the woman at the LexisNexis, the Clue report, so I went through that. I found a number and I said, freeze my information, security freeze. And then they go like this. Well, if anybody calls and wants to do a background check on you, they're not going to be able to see any information on you. And I'm like, well, good. They can go by my driver's license, which shows my driving record, which is really all the fuck you should be concerned about, right? So anyway, that was yesterday. I am running up a hill on the phone with these people, right? So I told them, put a freeze. And they go, yeah, we're going to freeze your information for as long as you want. We'll send you the paperwork, but we'll do it within 24 hours. I kid you not. I phoned insurance companies this morning because I'm obsessed now. I phone in. I know I shouldn't be speeding. No kidding. Anyway, I don't think I was speeding in Utah. It was a desert and there was nobody there, but I'm not going to even say it. Anyhow, so I phone an insurance company. My quote goes down from 10,000 a month because it would technically be 4 points, even though I wasn't driving, and it isn't on my record as the other 2 points, but they're counting them from another driver on the policy, right? So it went down to $1,050 for 6 months because little Nexus Lexus, whatever, froze my information. JR, do you think Matthew Perry will survive? He's dead. Who doesn't speed in the desert? I know, right? For hours, 4 hours through Utah into Arizona, crossing the border in the little son of a bitch on the middle of the Indian Reserve. Yeah, point. Well, I have two. I understand that. I have my own car insurance. I'm trying to get it for another car that someone else drives on my policy. But what I'm saying to you is, of course it's way too, no, 10,000 for 6 months, JR. It was like 1,000 a month or whatever, 800 and something. And the cheapest insurance I was quoted on Thursday was like $600 a month, which means ain't nobody buying that. She goes, are you comfortable with $600 a month? I'm like, who the fuck is comfortable with $600 a month? You fucking idiot. Anyway, so then, I call back today and it's like, no, I didn't, Peter. I got on the phone to discover all of these things. Oh my God, they're an info buyer. First of all, your insurance company reports every fucking thing on your insurance policy. So if you grow up in a home with 6 people and you're all on a policy because your dad pays a policy or your mom pays a policy, every single thing you've done in the car, right? Even when the rats ate my electric, that is on. Ask them for a security freeze. Mindy, call LexisNexis and they have a direct number. I blocked my information. It's a security freeze. They give you some spiel. I'm like, you don't have no fucking right to my business. Oh my God, Bobby, exactly. I blocked it. So my insurance rate went down. Yeah, so absolutely not. Absolutely not. Who gave Mercury Insurance or AAA or any of them? Yeah, the rodents, exactly. But that's all over. Look up LexisNexis in your clue report, and you have to go. There's like an 800 number, but you actually have to go to a direct line. When I get off the phone, I'll put it under this post. There's an actual customer service line, and I said freeze it. And they identify you. Don't give them your social security, but do give them your driver's license. Like they ask for both. I don't give the social security over the phone. Anyway, problem is, I did not fucking ask my insurance company or give them permission to sell my data. So now when you get insurance, you should say, don't sell my data. If I get a ticket with DMV because a police officer writes me a ticket, that's really all the fuck you need to know, okay? Yes, of course. I just got canceled off of the Kemper insurance. Yeah. So they don't fucking need to know. So yeah, I'm going to write the customer service number down for LexisNexis. In other words, it's called the clue report. And yeah, my ex had an accident. Yes. Why are they punishing? That's what I said. Why the fuck are you punishing me? Are you passive aggressive? Are you like fucking assholes? Just because I have a policy and another grown ass adult goes and rear ends somebody or whatever it is they do, why am I paying for that? Why don't you ding them on their driver's license? Why are you dinging me? Yep, I'm opting out of it. Exactly. And then so you can, yeah, no, people need to keep bombard their phone. I will post the number. It's on the phone I'm recording from. But it was so interesting because as soon as they froze it, which they said they would do yesterday, right? Guess what? Oh, get the nest out of your wires because they ate through my entire electrical $4,000. I have my life. I said, are you going on this? So then I phoned State Farm. State Farm does not use LexisNexis. So if you have only 1 point, you can go to State Farm. I have to wait till January till the point comes off, but you can go to State Farm. And they don't care if you're the policyholder and let's say your grandpa is driving the car and he crashes into something. They don't care. Thank you for that, Anita. Thank you so much. They do not care. They do not care. No, I have so many legal shit going on. You have no idea. This is the next thing I have going on. Yeah, I tried the general. They wouldn't even entertain me. Progressive, I'm in conversations with. I do not have I know of Progressive. I don't have that. But that's who I called this morning, and with State Farm, all they want is your payment. I got a cheaper rate of State Farm once I'm down to 1 point, which is totally understandable, but they don't use LexisNexis, okay? Not here it wasn't. So whatever the guy quoted me, and it does opiates. There you go. Of course it causes colon perforation, opiates, because you get constipated. I will, Bobby. So obnoxious. But I'm going to put the number up and call LexisNexis. Also, you get once a year your free report, okay? Your free clue report, C.L.U.E, attached to LexisNexis. Opt out. And why are people paying for your information? So start blocking them from getting it. Make them work for it. Fuck them. I mean, unless you're in jail and you're being, whatever. No, I wasn't. I'm not talking about the speeding, Pat. I'm talking about another member on my insurance. If you have an insurance policy and you have 6 people on it and person number 4 goes off and rear ends somebody, that should not show up on my record. That does not show up on my record, okay? It doesn't show up on my record, but it does on LexisNexis. LexisNexis reports it as a policy payout, but puts it under my name because I mistakenly am the fucking policy holder. No, it shouldn't be, but I am the policy holder. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? That's how they justify it. Yeah. That's how they justify it. Yeah. I don't agree with it. And also, by the way, if you have a car, so let's say you will get blamed and they are passive aggressive, Marla. I'm like, you bunch of bitches. But I froze my information and I got a substantially lower insurance quote this morning, because I got obsessed with it. I got to be on the phone being that kind of person. Anyway, long, boring story short, let's say somebody in your family has like a motorcycle license. And so they come home and they borrow their dad's car, let's just say. And so when they drive the dad's car, they end up in an accident in the car. But they have motorcycle insurance, so that doesn't apply to a car. But your car has insurance for an occasional driver in your family. Like your cousins come to town, they can drive your car. Your grandma comes, whatever. That goes on your record because you're the fucking policy holder. That's how they get even with you. Do they ever fucking tell you that? Nah, they don't tell you that. No. So I said, put a freeze on my security hold. And you can do that on your social security too, so they can't get information off of that. You can block your social security. So fucking annoying, okay? Yes, Matthew Perry was found dead on the eclipse, full moon, and whatever, he had moon in Scorpio. Scorpio's one of the affected because it's Taurus full moon, it's an eclipse. And it's a lunar eclipse, if I'm correct, or is it a solar eclipse? Lunar eclipse. I think the solar was last time. Solar, this is lunar. Anyway, so it's so fucking ridiculous. So it's ridiculous. Take one wheel, right? Take one wheel off the right and one off the left. It's so ridiculous. No, it's just ridiculous. Of course my family's taking advantage of me. Why wouldn't they? Well, you know what? I was the person who paid the insurance at the time. I don't know that that's taking, I expect people to do that in families. I mean, like, that's just the way our insurance was set up. I'm talking about 2 years ago. I'm talking about back then. But what I'm saying is they nailed me. But it wasn't, the car wasn't even in my name. It was just on the insurance policy. Because at that time, you're in the same household or whatever. It's in the policy. You have to do that. But the person wasn't living in the house. Do you see what I'm saying? So why is that little caveat there, like that fuckery like that? So anyway, I blocked it so you can freeze it. And I will put the direct number to the customer service because it's more fun to directly listen to them. I did give them my driver's license number, my date of birth, my address, my blah, 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 all of that, right? And gave them all of that. I did not give them my social security and I told them to put a freeze on my information. Okay? A freeze. No, none of our vehicles were stolen. That's, you know, yeah, that's exactly Matthew Perry. Exactly. You're Virgo, you're okay. But anyway, I'm just letting you know. It's just so much information. And I think I'm going to open a website and start posting this shit so that people know. Okay? You iced your info. Yeah, I did. I froze it. Fuck them looking it up. Who gave them permission to sell anything about me to this company? Why do we allow that? We shouldn't actually allow that. Yeah, well, look it up. Look, and you can ask them for your report online too. You can ask them to send you a copy. You get a free copy while you're putting a freeze on your information. You can do that because they write all kinds of shit. Anyway, it's just fucking disgusting. It's disgusting. Looks like lawyers and media own. Yeah, it's just disgusting. Yes, that is my cat. She knocked every single thing off my table. Anyway, Pat, it wasn't, I'm not going to explain it to you. You're like a stupid, stupid person. Yeah, we're owned, but the way to not be owned, when you look at this, what they teach us, and I never did, they're going off your credit too for insurance. I don't have bad credit. It's not what they're going after. They literally told me I had an accident I was at fault. That was on my insurance. That's what they're going after. I wasn't at fault. I wasn't the driver. I personally wasn't at fault. So yeah, it's ridiculous, but I can't repeat that again. But anyway, do you mind? Do you mind? Hey, cut it out. Lou's being terrible. So what you want to do, what you want to understand, I never told my parents, I never told my kids to go to college or university. I never suggested that that's the only way they can get a job. I knew that they can get a job doing whatever they want with a skill. Teach yourself a skill. Use your skill to make, whatever. Use your skill to make whatever it is you need to make out of yourself. Use your skill. Do that. Use your skill. I know she's crazy down there. Now she's on the floor going through everything. So if you're a hairdresser, cut hair. If you're a stylist, style. If you've got information, give information. If you, whatever it is you can do, groom cats, groom cats. Hey, cut it out. So yeah, Pat's drunk. She's a professional drunk person, right? So anyway, that's what you would do. Be your own boss. Don't get on the government dole because then you're their bitch too. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just don't do it. Yeah, self-righteous troll. I think everybody speeds in Los Angeles. I mean, again. Let's see if you do. They denied unemployment. You know what? You'd have to do that. Getting an income is no excuse to inject yourself with poison. I mean, I understand why you did it. You know better now. Don't let them do it again. Get groups of people to stand up. You have to go in force, period. Nobody should be telling you what to put in your body. Under whose authority? Under what authority? And I think you could challenge that in court, actually. I think you could get a class action suit and challenge them. You could challenge them basically because they're not going to give you unemployment. But if they fire you and that's part of it and you've put into it, then you deserve it. Or you could go on welfare, say you're destitute. So I feel like, oh, of course, the government wants to send fucking money everywhere. Just just not to people who actually want the money for the work they do. They want to take our tax money and give it to every person coming in wherever. I mean, if you're able-bodied and can work, why are you on the government dole? What are you doing? Like, why are you doing it? Why are you crossing our borders? Why are you doing it? I don't even want to say it. I do not even want to say it. Why are you doing that? Like, why are you getting more money than American veterans on the street who have PTSD, need help, need food? They are not being taken care of, but bozo crossing the border down here in the tune of 400,000 people get more money than the good class action on the feds. Good in Ontario. Fuck them. Who the hell do they think they are? Who the hell do these fucking people think they are? They're not your authority. When you die, they won't be there. They won't be there. You and God and your family and those people that you've made commitments with or whatever. So absolutely fight it back. Get 5 of you, even if they call you names, stand up in it. Stand up. Stand up, honestly, because they're going to do it again. But why the hell? Britney Spears is next. But why the hell? Or Bruce Willis. But I actually think it's Britney Spears. Yeah, they're not my authority. Nobody's my authority. Nobody's my authority. I don't have to do what anybody says. I don't agree with it. You know, I don't need to do it. So I don't care if you think I'm whatever you think. I don't care how you judge me. I don't give a fuck. So no, if you ever go to court, I'd like you on my side. I've been in court a lot. I'm in court with this fucking bitch in the information in Los Angeles over Keith's death, writing me these goddamn letters about procedure and why they can't give me this, changing the fucking game. She's a bitch paid by my taxes. That's all I'm going to say. I am going to say it. If you're fucking taking taxpayers' money, maybe you ought to fucking speak better. That's what I'm going to say. I'm sick of them. I'm just sick of them. Sick to death of these people. I am energetic because I didn't go jogging. Yeah. This is, what do you use on your skin? I don't use much. I use something, Neutrogena face wash and some kind of Neutrogena lotion, like water something, like hydro something lotion. That's it. I use $4 Neutrogena to wipe off, and that's it. Yeah, taxes are voluntary. I pay them because I know the kind of shit that they do. However, if you're taking my taxes as a public servant, the word is public servant. Yeah, hydroblast. Thank you. If you're a fucking public servant, then like, watch how you speak to me, because I employ you, and I do mean that. I do mean that, okay? You know what gives you really beautiful skin, honestly? Honestly, sweating while you exercise. Sweating while you exercise, while you run, while you drink water. Hydration and sleep and exercise, nothing. I don't usually wear sunscreen on my face. I should, because I'm all freckled down here, totally freckled. I wear sunscreen only on my tattoos. I don't remember to put it on. I'm gone at like 4 in the morning. I will put it on if I'm in Palm Springs desert. But other than that, I do use coconut oil. I do oil pulling with coconut oil. Absolutely. Fresh foods, sleep, water. Ever since I bought my water machine, look, there it is. There's crap all over because Lula got it. But that's my water machine. I go through 15 gallons of water a month. So I drink exactly that. And I fill my bottles up. Stainless steel, and I drink them. The only time I drink the other water bottles is when I'm running. Because, you know, you're running, right? So I do that. And that's what I do. And that's it. Right? It's unbelievable. Yeah, I'm not going to put anything. I consider if you want to inject me with something, you're like the drug dealer that wants to put, yes, and I have a car coffee cup thing. Oh my God, I just forgot the name of it. I forgot it, my car coffee. What is it called? Totally went out of my head now. Anyway, no, not Ozempic, my car coffee cup. Who's on Ozempic? Not me. Yeah, so no, sleep, water, and sweat. Sweat, sweat, sweat. I sweat. Anything I do, I sweat. I make sure I'm drenched. I'm usually sopped from like head to toe, and I sweat. Oh my God, you got trampled at a Leif Garrett concert. Consequently, he was a heroin addict. Oh my God, are you okay? Jesus. See, that's ridiculous. But sweat, run, sweat, whatever it is you do, sweat, and drink a shit ton of water. Shit ton of water. That's it. And sweat. And don't be drinking and drugging and smoking and fucking cheesecaking it. Just take moderation and everything. Who said Matthew Perry's gonna breathe again? The fucker is dead. God rest his soul. But come on now. Thank you, Jennifer. Let's see, a bad person or did okay. Jennifer, I'm not gonna judge whether he was a bad person or not a bad person. I'm going to say that I think he did and came from a family that was indoctrinated into mind control and behaviors that were on the beast system side. So let me word it like that. And I feel that he came from it, was probably introduced to it, and did things against the grain of his nature. As a result, became an addict, ruined himself, okay? And then they killed him because he's of no use, kind of like Bruce Willis. Meaning Bruce Willis signed a contract, an overall deal for 5 different pictures. I'm sure they set him up. You will never enter into a gang-banging cult or the mafia without being taken out. Mafia. Just think of it as like mafia. No, I'm not following that. Yeah, Bruce is literally being paraded out there, and I feel really bad because it's not the Bruce I knew. But again, you're that famous, you know, you're going to be in that kind of community, right? So it's going to be a thing. Beast system for sure. Beast system. Who's good friends with Trudeau? Newsom? I have no doubt they're little buddies. Oh, I got you. Yeah, the trial is exposing so much evil. Which trial? Which trial? Oh God, I'm so confused. Which trial? Yeah, I do feel Britney will go next. I don't think she's going to make it. It's horrific that we as a society literally didn't get in their face and say, stop parading Britney out there. We don't want to see it. Why do we think that they're so special? Because they can fucking sing? Do you know how many people in your life can sing? I mean, I can't sing, but there are people who can sing, right? Oh, there you go. Comes from an acting family, indoctrinated. The only way he would get it would be quid pro quo, right? Is snuff going to come to the light? Oh, snuff films, they've been since I was a little kid. My mother told me about that when I was 7. Literally, Paris Hilton dressed up like Britney for Halloween. That's a challenge. Understand, these people are all like stupid in their conversations. Stuff. Oh, it's stuff, not snuff. I'm like, yeah, snuff films. Yes, I think so. Like, yeah, so there you go. I don't sweat. I drink lots of water. Good. I've asked the doctors. They said it is inherited, but yeah, it is inherited, but sweating is fabulous for your body. Clears out your pores, your lymphatic system. Remember that. She is part of a cult. They're going to shut her down. News is snuff now. News is such garbage. Such garbage. All right, y'all. I got to go eat. Yeah, I know. I haven't eaten since this morning. All right, y'all. Peace out, everybody. Okay. Oh, I haven't even looked at that. I'm going to write down the LexisNexis number. Thank you all for the donation. I'm going to write down the LexisNexis number for the in-person person. Don't give them your social security. Give them your driver's license and all the other information. And then say, I want this blocked. I want it blocked. I want it blocked. Bitches. They're selling to the tune of millions upon billions of dollars your information. They have no business doing that. You didn't give them salmon. Okay, I don't have any salmon. I'm so mad. Oh, I had a cougar cross my front door. I had a cougar cross my front door on the camera. Yeah, so cute. Yep. I did. All right. Good thing I put the camera on. It was garbage day. I was hoping to catch the bear on the camera. Yeah, okay, Lou is right here after she rifled through every single thing that she... Oh, there you are, Lou. Say goodnight. Are you a bad kitty that threw everything off the counter? Did you, Lou? You looking guilty? Are you looking guilty? Are you looking guilty? She is so guilty. She is so guilty. She is so guilty. The whole table got... She took right off. I know, I live in a zoo. I do. She is so guilty. Guilty. Are you thinking about music? No, I'm not. I know, she's just staring. She's like, I didn't do anything. Did you all see the picture of baby Jack guarding baby Meadow and then the guinea pig in the little guinea pig? That's Lila's little guinea. But baby Jack and Meadow, they sleep on the bed. Jack watches Meadow. It's so cute. So cute. Unless it's Lenny. Yeah. Bye, you guys. She's giving me the dirty look. She's like, that's it. Get off. Shut up. Shut the fuck up, Mom. Bye, you guys. Have a good night. Happy eclipse night. Okay, bye. I don't know how Bieber is. I don't keep track of him until it pops in my head to do so. I'm glad you're in your own apartment now, Monica. Bye, you guys. Good night. Bye, guys.